I want to bring in John Hanna, former National Security Advisor, Vice President Cheney, Senior Counselor, Foundation Defense of Democracies. John, how you doing? And good morning to you.
Hey, Bill.
Where do you think we are right now? What brings the temperature down, if anything, John?
Well, it's really, as the president said, it's kind of in Iran's hands. They've been ranting and raving and stomping their feet on the floor, trying to intimidate either the United States or the Europeans to kind of back off on these sanctions, but instead all they've gotten so far most recently is the Brits deciding to step up and lead a European naval effort to protect commercial tanking in the Gulf.
Which is so contrary to what they expected, I am certain, in Tehran, correct?
I am certain that they were hoping that the Europeans were going to be intimidated here and back down and oppose the United States. Instead, we've got a larger Western naval presence off the Iranian coast.
I thought this comment from the president was the most interesting. He said, I think Iran doesn't know where they are. He said they don't know whether they're coming or going. What about that psychology in that comment?
Oh, yeah, no, I think the president is right. The Iranians are pulling out all the stops, trying to, in any way they can, to escape these crushing international sanctions that the United States has imposed on them, and nothing is working. Most recently, just yesterday, the United States clamped sanctions down on a Chinese oil trader that is one of the last remaining loopholes that the Iranians have to get their oil out to international markets and earn any revenue at all. And the U.S. is now clamping down on that loophole.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting when you mention Britain and the European partners, too, about how they're reacting on this, because they really think it was coming. It's really a contrarian view. Speaking of Britain, Boris Johnson will be in power as of tomorrow. Did you see him earlier today? The president tweeted on it. He said, congratulations to Boris Johnson becoming the new Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. He will be great. So Johnson goes to the microphone, and he's full of optimism. Here he is from earlier today.
We are going to energise the country. We're going to get Brexit done on October the 31st. We're going to take advantage of all the opportunities that it will bring in a new spirit of can-do. And we are once again going to believe in ourselves and what we can achieve.
How are the Brits going to react to that? Here's a fast talker who's saying, believe in yourself yet again.
Yeah, well, at a minimum, it's going to be great entertainment, but it was very Reagan-esque that Britain has got to be global Britain again, hopefully one that stands shoulder to shoulder with the United States in a special relationship, willing to use its military and intelligence power on behalf of Western interests and Western values. Things can only get better with a better relationship between the President of the United States and the British Prime Minister. So we'll keep our fingers crossed. And
that's the effect of that? How does a Trump-Johnson relationship play out?
Well, again, the relationship with Theresa May was always very frosty, very cool. The president obviously likes Johnson, so I think things can only go on an upward trajectory here. And I think what we spoke about before, Bill, Iran is really going to be the kind of test case for this. The Brits are getting more aggressive, getting tougher on Iran, and I think Boris Johnson's got every interest in getting closer to the United States and Donald Trump and combating Iranian escalation and aggression here.
Could be a very interesting new phase, right? Thank John. John Hanna there in Washington, D.C. Thanks for your time.
Thank you, Bill.